Gamers, we're back. Zach, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
Long time no see. We're here. We decided we're cutting out the impact. We don't have enough impact yet. It's the very first episode of TNA, so we need to start with hard justice because it's the first pay-per-view on the calendar. Now, we've had some problems, of course, because of NWA isn't necessarily a thing. We're running around. So TNA is just a entity on its own. Because of that, it's going to be a little bit different, but we do have some interesting things going on here tonight. So let's just run into it. We're not even on pay-per-view. We're just out in some barn, 2,000 people, in the asylum days here, the lost tapes, somebody's recorded off of their, not even their cell phone, just some, whatever, big old camera they got set up there, video recorder. But good old Jim Ross here, who for some reason is unemployed. He's out there. Him, Mike Tenay, and Tony Schiavone. They're welcoming you to the first ever episode here of TNA in the Asylum. But before they can do that, my world, Jeff Jarrett comes out, interrupting everybody, interrupting all you wonderful Tennessee hillbillies, saying that he is the king of the mountain. Double J, Jeff Jarrett. That is J-E double F J double R E double T double J Jeff Jarrett. He's the king of the mountain. He's gonna proclaim himself the one and only champion here of TNA. But before he can do that, the human suplex machine Taz comes out with anger out there. Comes out screaming at Jeff Jarrett, telling him that ain't true. That he's gonna kill him tonight. All right, not literally, of course, but Taz, a man fueled of anger, is going to come out there tonight, take on Jeff Jarrett in the main event, secure his spot, secure his legacy in the company, becoming the first ever TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And he doesn't need to call himself a king to do that. He just needs to be a killer of the mountain. It kind of sounds cheesy, but whatever. First match here tonight. Got a star-studded lineup here. You got Kenny Omega, the young Kenny Omega, Jay Lethal. Everyone here is young, actually. Nick Mundo, Austin Aries, Shark Boy, Jimmy Rave. It's even really sick, Nick Mundo. I think he's just a Nick Mundo at this point. He's not even.
He's not. He's just won the X Division title. He's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's our boy, Nick Mundo, the new X Division champ here, facing off an Ultimate X. Great match here. The crowd loved it. Final score 58%, not too bad. We are going to have to increase our stage and our camera crew there. Nick Mundo and Jay Lethal struggling for breath here after a fairly long match, probably. So, next up, Motor City and the Briscoes tearing it down here, having a great match. Not for those tag team belts just yet, but they have a pretty good match. But on the same reaction here as the opening show. But after that, what's going on, Zach?
Oh, man. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and the Motor City Machine Guns. You know, the outsiders. They come on down. Everybody's surprised. You know why they're here? Be the Motor City Machine Guns. Because they're the young boys. And they hate vanilla midgets. And they're gonna show them why. They're gonna run them out of TNA before TNA even is a fetus.
Ugh. Scott Hall, of course, saying his infamous line, "You know who we are, but you don't know why we're here." And
He fucked it up.
Flicks
Drunk.
that he fucks it up because it's 2002. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see deal with the backstage stuff. The boys action here actually wasn't too bad. It was just as good as the tag team match here, with Tori Wilson coming over the win of Lisa Moretti and Nora Greenwald. And after the match, the one and the only Amy Dumas, aka or formerly known as FKA, Lita, they're going back and forth at each other. Amy Dumas says she's here in TNA, because women like Tori Wilson put the T and the A in TNA, but Amy Dumas here, she's all about nonstop action. She wants to leave an impact, future reference there for you, here in TNA, and make sure it still stands for total nonstop action, not tits and ass wrestling. So Following that good old John Layfield, not JBL, more on the field of Bradshaw, taking on Abyss here. And props to JBL here, actually, John Layfield, for letting Abyss get the win tonight here in their hardcore match.
Bringing him to
Abyss
a
and him
fantastic man.
killed it. Match of the
Abyss,
night so
you know,
far.
he had a lot of star power and he put in more of an effort than JBL did.
Yeah, I mean, this was going to be his match to make him a
Big fat
star.
JBL was struggling for breath.
Yeah, I mean, I would be too in a hardcore match against Abyss. This is going to be painful, to say the least. Main event match here. So, yeah, John Layfield and Abyss match of the night here. Jeff Jarrett and Taz, though, still had a pretty good match with Jeff Jarrett coming off the win here. Getting the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, declaring himself King of the Mountain and the first ever champ here of TNA. Following that, though, as he's celebrating, he
Big
goes and gets
debut.
choked out by the debuting
Joey
Samoa
Samoa.
Joe. So, yeah, Joe probably not too happy that his boy Taz, um, lost
That's like
tonight.
his
So,
dad died, so he came out. He had to avenge him.
yeah, maybe Taz's
Junior
real son.
suplex
He'll fight him
machine,
in
the
like 20
Samoan
years.
submission machine.
Darn right. So it's going to wrap it up here for our show right now. And we'll do one more show for y'all here. If not, let's see where our next pay per view is going to go. I think we'll go monthly until we can get that TV deal here to really switch things up. But we gained a good popularity, good bit of show rating there. All right, we're here for the second part here. What we've decided is that we are going to do our TNA Asylum events weekly. So we have the big, huge pay-per-view esque events. Even though we're not on pay-per-view, like the Hard Justice, eventually will be on there. But we still need to have our events here for the local crowd here in good old Tennessee or wherever we're at right now to go and gain that popularity, get it up, and this is kind of the best way to do it, having these little events here. But nonetheless, kicking off the show, what's going on, Zach?
All right. Jeff Jarrett's in the ring, and he's talking about how he earned the world championship. He deserves to be the world champion. Kaz makes his big old tiny ass down in the ring, and he looks at Jeff Jarrett and says, "You didn't earn that belt. I should have been the guy. Me and my quarter dime neck, I'd be the world champ." His new best friend, his son Samoa Joe, walks down to the ring, and his big old beefy boy, and he looks at Jeff Jarrett and he says, "Hey man, you can't be pounding on my dad like that. That's messed up. He's doing he's doing the deed. He's doing the damn thing. He's old. I want the title." And then all of a sudden, Kenny Omega comes out, and everyone's like, "Oh man, it's Kenny Omega."
It's the guy from the X Division
And
match.
it's the guy from the X Division, and he's just like, "You know what, Jeff? You don't have any friends.
Oh,
I got your back tonight." And Jeff's like, "Yeah, all right, whatever."
I thought you would be like, you don't have any kids. I'll be your son.
And then they mutually disperse
Speaking of
for the next
Jeff
match.
Jarrett's the kids, for some reason, uh, I heard a side story for the recording here, that Jeff Jarrett's kids were babysat by Taylor Swift.
Yes, that is a thing that I
That's
heard.
crazy.
Taylor Swift, a family friend.
Taylor Swift, a family friend of Jeff Jarrett. I how did she
That's
not appear?
awesome.
How did she
That
not
doesn't
appear on
surprise
TNA
me.
or something?
He's like the face of Tennessee nowadays or something.
He
Besides
is
like Kane.
he is the face of Tennessee.
Speaking of
But
the face, here's the face of TNA, Shark Boy, eating
yeah,
shit to Kevin Nash.
give me a shell, yeah,
Oh, I shall know.
shell, yeah. Kevin Nash here, big boot, call it a day. Beats the scrap out of Shark Boy, getting the win here. I'm surprised match quality even got that much here for 5 minutes. And Scott Hall joins him here in the ring. This time, Scott Hall not allowed to have his drunk ass speak because Kevin Nash got to the microphone saying he's tired of vanilla midgets, little fish boys like Shark Boy that he just took care of. He wants some real competition around here. All right. Or else they're going to have to start changing things up here in TNA. Very bold of them, especially given it's his first match. But TJ Wilson, Nick Mundo. Nick Mundo's first title defense here has a pretty good showing against TJ Wilson here. 52% 4-star match. Crowd wasn't extremely into it, but it was still pretty good. Amy DeMoss here sitting down at an interview with Tony Schiavone talking about how much she does not like Tony
You know
Wilson.
who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Well, Lita, you told us why you're here. You don't like pretty women.
But you don't know why I'm here. You want to be the women's champion. You don't know why I'm
You were
here.
the Knockouts champion, the first ever Knockouts champion, right?
What's a knockout? I'm going to give you a knockout.
Yeah, I'm a knockout. I'm not a diva.
They're still women at this point.
Oh yeah, we have devolved. Jeff Jarrett and Kenny Omega here in the main event, taking on Taz and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe and Taz able to get the win, but only because Jeff Jarrett's massive, huge ego gets in the way here. So he's getting mad that Kenny Omega is getting choked out, beat up. He tags him in, but he sees that Taz is ready to choke him out, and he walks away. And he gets counted out. The whole crowd's pissed. All right, they're screaming, yelling at him. So, and we end our show off here. 54%, 0.3 popularity. That's gonna wrap it up here until we get to our next set of shows. How are you feeling so far, Zach? As we run the asylum.
I'm thinking we need to start considering bringing in someone that's going to be able to beat Jeff Jarrett.
That's gonna be a hard feat to
What's
do.
Sting doing? Somebody get him on speed dial.
Yeah, where's the Stinger at? So we'll have to wait and see. Until next time, peace out.